Alright, welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio, and we've got this week's Sunday preview. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, or Horus Heresy content, I put out at least one video every single day, reactions, reviews, and news, as well as painting, modeling, magnetization, and conversion tutorials. So if you're into the hobby at all, make sure to like and subscribe for daily content. So Sunday preview, Mortal Minion, bask in the power of the Dark Gods. So we got some more chaos reveals with the new book out. It was just a matter of time before these showed up. The onslaught of heretics continues to pour out into the galaxy this week, as the next tranche of releases for Codex Chaos Space Marines rip their way out of the warp. Here's a little taste of what's in store for pre-orders next weekend. That's right, the mortal cults of chaos are here to make a real mess of the galaxy in the name of the ruinous powers. Alongside a coterie of their Chaos Space Marine betters, let's dig in. So for Warhammer 40,000, we kick off our celebration of all things Empyrean with the next wave of evil underlings, the Chaos Cultists. So here we see the new Chaos Cultists. Obviously nice models. We've seen them showed off already. There's 10 in this set right here. There's currently a box of Chaos Cultists available from... They were the Blackstone Fortress Cultists. Very similar in like look and style and everything. And I believe that set was like $35 or $38. So I would imagine these will probably be somewhere like around 42 or something like that. Despite how twisted and brutal the powers of the warp can be, or perhaps because of it, great droves of fanatics flock to the banners of the Chaos Gods and throw their lives down in service of their masters. Now you can add hordes of these Chaos Cultists to your own army, providing cannon fodder valued assistance to your Chaos Space Marines. Trust us, they might look a little ragtag band, but they're surprisingly effective in numbers. I like the overall look of them, and I think the models honestly look great. They're super cool. Much better than like the OG Cultists, and I think they're right around the same as the Blackstone Fortress Cultists. So yeah, they look good overall. There's like one leader carrying the bolt pistol, and then everybody else has like auto pistols. They've got like some makeshift weapons, knives, all kinds of stuff. She's got like a claw arm. Pretty cool overall. I like them. Next we have the Dark Commune. So these are all pretty cool models. Definitely a fan. These guys look like they're straight out of Lord of the Rings. They're like the bodyguards. Very cool overall aesthetic on these. They fit in perfectly with the cultists and then also alongside chaos. So those mortals most dedicated to their dark masters eventually begin to siphon a little of the warp's powers and become locuses for worship. These proselytizing, I don't even know what that word is, champions form group known as the Dark Communes to lead their fellow devotees into battle, chanting cursed mantras and stripping flesh from bone with the power of their captive mind witch psychers. Cool models overall. I have not checked out the rules on them yet. I think it's cool that they introduced like some cultist level like characters with like their little retinue and everything. So obviously probably not going to be like super strong, but probably will buff your cultists accordingly. Chosen are next. So I was wondering what was taking these guys so long. We obviously saw the Legionaries and the Corsairs show up from Kill Team last week. And they were definitely overdue. And these Chosen are very much overdue as well. As they were initially introduced way back when all the Eldar stuff was coming out, or the Eldari. So they have been MIA for literally months. So good to see that they are finally showing up. Chaos Space Marines, skilled enough to rival the champions of old, come together in bands of Chosen, pooling millennia of experience and battle-tested weaponry into a hardcore fighting force. They're as customizable as they are lethally effective, coming loaded with alternate heads, accessories, and many different kinds of accursed weapons gathered over the course of their hateful careers. Next we have the Warpsmith. Again, he was in that same release, so he has been MIA for some time. All of these models are phenomenal. I think so far everything looks good, all the chaos stuff. Joining the fight for the first time since their appearance in Eldritch Omens, the Warpsmith is a mechanical genius. Experts in patching up ancient war machines and taming demon engines, this fallen technologist can lead warbands into battle and duel enemy leaders with all of their close combat prowess you'd expect from a veteran of the Long War. Next we have the Warpforged. So, I mean, I guessed on this. It's not like some big surprise, but obviously I was right. They are now going to be releasing the old single sprue that used to come from the Start Collecting box, and includes 1 Venom Crawler and 2 Obliterators. You know, I don't even want to speculate on the price. Previously, when we saw these single sprues come out from like the box sets and stuff, they were like $90 to like $125. So I don't know how much this is going to be, but I would just assume that the price tag on this is going to be what like the old Start Collecting box used to be by itself, and you just don't get the, you know, Master of Possession, the Greater Possessed, and the 10 Chaos Space Marines. I would assume this is going to be around $100. So we shall see. The Warpforged, consisting of Skittering Venom Crawler and 2 Hulking Obliterators, are the perfect way to add heavy firepower to your warband, adding a ranged counterweight to all your close combat specialists. Not that they won't get stuck into the melee given a chance. They are aligned to chaos after all. I don't like this. I really wish they would just have a kit for the Obliterators and the Venom Crawler by itself. I feel like you're sort of in a tough spot, because if you want to buy multiple Obliterators, you get stuck with multiple Venom Crawlers. If you want to buy multiple Venom Crawlers, you get stuck with multiple Obliterators. And we know these kits, when they come out like this, these single sprue sets, are overpriced. So again, I would expect this to be around $100. So count it as like $50 for this guy and $25 a piece for them. I mean, it's right in line with GW's prices, so something like that seems reasonable. Next, on to the Heresy, also available for $40K. We have the Leviathan Siege Dreadnought with drill and claw weapons. So Games Workshop has already come out and said there's 2 different Leviathans you can buy. There's a shooty one and a combat one. The combat one is coming out first. The shooty one will be soon to follow. So obviously this is the combat one. Prepare to sunder vehicles, smash fortresses, and do everything short of salting the fields with awesomely powerful Leviathan Siege Dreadnought. So this is in plastic, the first of the Leviathans in plastic. Awesome, a great change, and you can see the crispness and quality of these. I mean, the old Leviathan looked super cool, but I'm not going to lie, there was a ton of cleanup and like prep that was necessary to get that model even ready to be built, let alone painted. You know, straightening out weapons, cleaning up lines, making sure surface is contacted correctly, etc. So this right away, I mean, just building one of these is going to take half as long now. And the quality is as good or better. Plus, it's in plastic, so in my opinion, this is just all around an improvement. And you know it's going to be cheaper than Forge World. On top of its chest-mounted guns, the massive hunk of walking destruction comes equipped with 2 melee fists, each of which can be built as a siege drill or siege claw, and can shrug off brutal firepower on its quest to break apart anything and everything your opponent cherishes. Alright, so you get 2 arms with it, and then you have the ability to build either of the 2 close combat weapons. So Leviathan Siege Dreadnought close combat weapons frame. That's weird. So anyway, this must be the upgrade frame that they're offering, and it will include 2 arms, 1 of each, or the ability to make 2 of the same. Firepower focused Praetors planning to pick up a Leviathan packing powerful ranged weapons when it arrives need not fear a lack of options, as the close combat weapons frame will also be available to order directly from Games Workshop web store. The frame includes the 2 melee fists from the full Dreadnought kit, which can each be built as siege drills or siege claws for all of your loyalist, traitor, grinding, crushing needs, and is a great way to add weapon options to any future Leviathan Siege Dreadnoughts you might add to your army. So this is kind of a strange way to release this. Obviously there was some holdups on the other Leviathan, because it would make sense if you could buy the melee Leviathan and then add the ranged weapons to it, or buy the ranged Leviathan and then add the melee weapons to it. so that you have all the weapons. But in this case, obviously we see that is not the situation. So for whatever reason, the other Leviathan is delayed. So we only have the melee Leviathan, and then we only have the upgrade frame for the melee weapons separately. So my guess on this guy is, I think it's going to be $80 for the kit. And then I think it's going to be another $40 for 2 more weapons. That's my guess. Just because Games Workshop. But, you know, for the shooting kit, it might be $40, and you probably get the ability to make more or much more options of weapons or guns. So on to the Black Library. Space Marine Conquest, the Devastation of Baal, Special Edition. So we know these special editions always sell out. Guy Haley's fan favorite, Tale of the Devastation of Baal, returns in Black Library in an all-new, all-glamorous special edition. Befitting the angelic sons of Sanguinius, as the Tyranids of High Fleet Leviathan threaten to wipe out all of the life of the Blood Angels' homeworld. Over 30,000 Space Marines assemble to defend Baal and protect their progenitor's legacy. So it will be signed by Guy Haley. Special edition comes bound in a luxury black faux leather cover, inlaid with crimson foil and intricate Blood Angels iconography, serve to hold pride of place on any aspiring chapter master's bookshelf. And we can see here, so only 1,250 of these being made, 1,250. So typically we see these special editions coming out with 2,000 to 3,000 copies. So this one at 1,250, it's going to sell out extremely fast, with, you know, close to half the supply of your traditionals. So if you are interested in this, I would not play around games, or you will be overpaying on the secondary market. So next we have McFarlane Toys, Cast Space Marines. That paint job looks absolutely horrendous. Looks like half the stuff is like not been painted. It's a poor choice of gold color with the black, obviously. I don't like it. The model looks pretty cool overall, but paint job, yikes. A lot of those look really cool too. The Space Marine Artist Proof, much more my style right here. Clean up those mold lines a little bit and then paint them up how you like. Very cool. These McFarlane Toys are nice and good quality. Very nice. McFarlane Toys Dark Angel Intercessor Artist Proof. So a lot of these, when they come out only painted one certain way, and you can like repaint them, or you can just buy the Artist Proof for like the same price, and it just comes in like gray plastic. And then some Warhammer Plus content. So very cool, very chaosy. Lots of releases coming. This is definitely going to sell out very fast, so definitely want to get a hold of that if you are interested in the special edition Blood Angels book, Devastation of Baal. I like that the weapons are being offered separately. We'll see how the pricing lines up with those. Very nice Dreadnought right here. This guy is super cool. I will get to you guys as soon as I find out the pricing on this. Probably a video either tomorrow or Tuesday for everything here. Really nice model. Definitely a fan of the Leviathans. I'm a big fan that they have picked basically all of the most popular Forge World stuff and started bringing that stuff over first. So, you know, obviously we saw the new Kratos tank, but we have seen like the Sicaran, the Predator, the Leviathan, you know, and then obviously the Spartan and the Contemptor Dreadnoughts from the boxed Horus Heresy set. But they have clearly picked the best vehicles and are bringing them over one at a time. So I think this bodes well for anybody that's waiting for plastic versions of Horus Heresy stuff. Like, for instance, the Thunderhawk gunship, I mean, obviously is coming down the line. Eventually, I would hope. Maybe. I have no insider information. I'm just speculating. So we were right about these guys. Obviously, this is nice because for a while, these things were completely unavailable and pretty much impossible to find. Unfortunately, we know the price on these is going to be pretty big. And then we see some cool models in the Warpsmith finally showing up. The Chosen finally showing up. I was able to pick up the Eldritch Omens box when it came out, so I have those models already. But now we see also the Dark Commune. Very cool. Some awesome models right here. You'll have to let me know if you have the codex, how they are in gameplay or how the rules are. And then obviously the Cultists. I think these are great. Definitely an improvement over like the 10-year-old Cultists. but right along in line with the Blackstone Fortress Cultists. I think they look good. I like them. Lots of diversity with their weapons, with their poses, you know, male, female, helmeted, you know, all that good stuff. So lots and lots of cool choices and cool models. So but that is it for this week. We made it through everything. So if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and of course let me know down below if you have picked up the codex already, if any of these units are any good or particularly bad. Obviously we have quite a few chaos releases still waiting to show up, so expect those in the next few weeks. Obviously Games Workshop still having some issues with getting things like manufactured or through production or shipped or whatever, as quite a few of these models were delayed way longer than they should have been, and obviously they're running into some issues with the Leviathans as well. But let me know what you're going to be picking up this week. If you do enjoy videos like this, reactions, reviews, and news, or you're into more of our other videos like the painting, modeling, conversion, magnetization tutorials, make sure to check out the playlist for those. Lots of good stuff. Make sure to check out our commissions as they leave the studio, as we always do a highlight video kind of showing off our completed commissions. And most importantly, like, subscribe, and share. It really helps out the channel. We're very close to 5,000 subscribers. Definitely a nice goal to reach. And if you can help us get there, I would greatly appreciate it. So that's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.